important that some of these, which are quite sensitive, be dealt with very properly, taking into account all of the traditions and so on. We made it clear some time ago that it would be our intention that where appropriate that members of the royal family might attend. And I was actually very pleased to hear the Queen herself speak last night, saying that members of her family and our government would stand side by side with representatives from Ireland at appropriate commemorative ceremonies. And government will work out what is the best thing to do about this. But I was very glad to have that endorsement from the Queen herself in her contribution in Windsor Castle.
Taoiseach, would you like to see the Queen make another visit to Ireland in 2016, and would you be favourable towards extending that invitation?
Yes, I would like to see it, but obviously there's a protocol attached to this. I have to say that the Irish people, while they might have been reticent royal watchers in the beginning, are very much enthused and interested in the pageantry and the ceremony and the ceremonial activities that surround all of these things. But that's not for me to say. Clearly, from a government perspective, we have to work out with our authentic historians and the best way to do these things in a commemorative sense, taking into account that spectrum of different opinion over the years, and then to see what might be appropriate for members of the royal family to attend. She did say that they would stand shoulder to shoulder with Ireland in commemorating the events of the past, leading, of course, to a more prosperous future.
Taoiseach, there's been a lot of British media attention to the presence of Martin McGuinness at the dinner last night. I noticed you were chatting with him. Do you think they're right to be concerned about his attendance?
Well, that's a decision that he made himself. I made the point in the Dáil the other day. I would have thought that he should have attended at the Dublin Castle event when the Queen came in 2011. That was equally as important, and in many ways was absolutely momentous also, because it was the first visit in 100 years by a reigning monarch. So in that sense, what I tried to say here, which I think was endorsed both by